Alright, welcome back everyone. So in today's episode we're covering Lightyear, which is a relatively new app platform that you can use to invest in. And so the light goal this week is going to be set to 66 thumbs up, and in fact we can see that the maximum value that I set is 150. If we manage to hit 150 thumbs up, sometime in the near future I will post 2 videos in a given week. Now for those that follow the channel, I post every Friday, but for anyone that's new out there, definitely consider subscribing. I'll look back 2 weeks from now to see how the video is doing. But let's see if we can reach the 66 thumbs up or all the way up to the 150. As I'm on the homepage for Lightyear, we can see the 2 key points here. There are no trade-in fees, but most importantly, it supports a multi-currency account. Now for those out there, myself included, the likes of Trade-in 212 and Freetrade, they don't support the ability to have multi-currencies. It's definitely a drawback, and as a result it costs more when we buy and sell into US based companies. And so looking into why the creators made this application, we can see that there's an issue with limited access to markets combined with high fees that have put the likes of ordinary investors at a disadvantage. And so management fees are the key here, and if we scroll down we can see we've got different starting portfolios that you can select from, different amount of investments per month, the number of orders that you make, and the duration that you plan on holding these stocks for. In all cases, Lightyear saves you the most amount of money. The one call out though is that they don't currently have ISA accounts, and so this is just comparing non-ISA accounts and the fees associated. There's definitely benefits to holding an ISA account, but for general trading, Lightyear is already proven to be a far superior product in terms of the savings. I'm going to be showing you a preview exactly how the app is performing. I've invested around £1,000 or so into the platform just to test out the process, but just covering the fee aspect here. So we can see that there are 0 fees charged, there's no hidden costs, hidden spreads, and no monthly or yearly subscriptions. Now because Lightyear supports multi-currency accounts, we can see that the first £3,000 is converted fee-free, and so each calendar month you have £3,000 that you can convert. Any amount over that limit, there is a fee of 0.35%. Even so, if you wish to invest a larger amount, let's just say 10k plus, a fee of 0.35 rivals a lot of other companies out there. But if you want to avoid the fee altogether, have a maximum of £3,000 per calendar month, and that will enable you to avoid any fees. The next thing to look into is how the money is protected. So given that we're able to convert, let's say, GBP into USD, there is definitely a question on how money is being protected. What is great to see, and it's the first time that I've actually seen this, is that money held in US dollars is now protected up to $500,000, and they're using the SIPC, which is the Securities Investor Protection Corporation. We see this a lot with the likes of other US investors out there, where their accounts are US based and automatically offer this protection. Here in the UK, we only really get the protection from the FSCS scheme, and the level of protection from the FSCS is much lower. It's at £85,000. If you convert that to US dollars, it's considerably lower than the $500,000 protection that you receive. Now the one call out here is that if you plan on investing in the likes of UK stocks or just holding money within the GBP account, then there actually isn't any protection in terms of the FSCS. The way in which Lightyear is providing us with multi-currency accounts is by sending funds to a third-party provider, which is known as Currency Cloud. So they deal with e-money rather than being a bank facilitator. And so while they are authorized and regulated by the FCA, the likes of Currency Cloud and, for that matter, all e-money institutions, they are not covered by FSCS. The difference is that Currency Cloud is not able to lend out money, which you would traditionally see in the normal bank institutions, and they are subjected to use a process known as safeguarding. And so you're probably wondering, what exactly is safeguarding? It's actually very similar to the process that you see with FSCS. There will be these safeguarding accounts, which will effectively be a bank account held with UK and EU banks. In the event that Currency Cloud becomes insolvent, those accounts form an asset pool in which the likes of Currency Cloud is unable to access. The only people that can access that money is their client, and so Lightyear is a client to Currency Cloud. But in the event that Currency Cloud becomes insolvent, any customers of Lightyear are not able to contact Currency Cloud directly to ask for the money back. It's only Lightyear that can achieve that on our behalf. And so there's a level of trust that we have to have with respect to Lightyear on whether they will provide us access to that pool. And so there is a level of risk if you hold a lot of money in GBP. But as I mentioned above, holding in US dollars, which is really great to see, we have that protection of $500,000. And what we can see is there is no protection via the FSCS scheme for GBP. So the choice is there on how confident you feel within the company. Now with that said, let's take a look at Lightyear. So keep in mind there are more features being built. We'll take a look at the end of this video to look into exactly what new features are going to be coming up. But we can see here on the landing page we've got a total portfolio value. We can see investments and cash. And we can see the different types of investments that I currently hold. At the moment it's only Shopify, but I've gone through the process of converting from GBP to USD. I should point out that the currency conversion is the same that you'll see when you do a Google search. It's matching that of MasterCard rates. So there's no extra hidden markup on their end, which is great to see. In terms of the chart in here, we can actually slide our finger along and see how the weekly performance has been doing. In terms of the year performance, I've only recently opened this account at the beginning of February, and there's very simple graphing showing, but it's definitely good enough for my use case. If we just scroll over to the next tab, we can actually see this is where we can deposit money. What's really nice here is that you can do an easy bank transfer. What it means is that I haven't added any of my credentials for the bank provider nationwide that I use. You can also do a regular bank transfer, but that's a lot longer to do. So this is a really nice feature. It's the same as what Trading212 does when you deposit using faster payments. When you make a conversion, by default they put around £500. I'm sure you can go a lot lower. And then we've just got a range of history here, so we can see different exchange rates converting from GBP to USD. At the time there was a rate of 1.34, and as GBP got a little bit stronger, we can see that the same deposit amount of £500, there's a slightly higher rate of 1.35 on that given day. Now in terms of stock options, there's a lot more for US based companies out there. It's not going to be the case that it has the same number that we see on the likes of Trading212, but a range of companies out there, and more are being added all the time. Yesterday for instance there was another 500 companies added. In terms of UK stocks, if that interests you, you can see that there's a range of companies out there, but it's very small at the moment. And equally with European stocks, again the list is a little bit bigger than the UK one, but still a small amount. Obviously the platform is going to be adding more in the near future. You also have the option for Chinese based stocks, and again the list, if we scroll the way to the bottom, a small number there. So as always, a big focus on US based stocks, which is great to see because that's my personal interest with respect to using the Lightyear app. At the moment Freetrade definitely has more options available, but as with any beginner app out there, it takes a bit of time to form the partnerships so that you can actually buy and sell the stock. Now because I have just one company on the platform, we can see we're seeing updates, so I'm getting a message with respect to Shopify updates. And so that's pretty much it. The app is very basic but does the job. Eventually we will see more stocks out there, and so there will be a link in the description below. There isn't any money that I make from the sign up link. Equally, head over to the Lightyear site if you are interested in signing up. I just really like the fact that they support multi-currency accounts specifically for US stocks. I'm definitely going to be providing more updates on the Lightyear app. As for Trading212, I still like their ISA accounts, but guess what? On the website we can see what is coming soon. So they're going to be releasing more European based stocks and ETFs, more UK stocks and ETFs, and then at the end of 2022 or early 2023 ISA accounts. We'll have to see what their position is with respect to ISA accounts, whether they're going to be charging a fixed amount or a variable amount or no cost at all. I suspect this app will need to find some areas to actually make money, so it might potentially be a paid service with the ISA account, but we'll have to see there. And equally, if the ISA account is something you have to pay every month, then with all the other cost savings that you receive compared to other platforms, it may actually make sense, for me at least, to pull away from Trading212 and set up an ISA account with Lightyear. And so let me know in the comments below what you think about Lightyear. Have you installed the app at the moment? So as always, new videos are posted each week. If you want to see more updates with respect to the Lightyear app, I'm more than happy to do so. And so thanks for watching everyone. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already, and with that said, I'll catch you in the next one.
Ooh, I'm gonna pull up study to the side. She keep coming at me every day and night. When I left in my life started feeling right.